Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris. So, I had to go ahead and update to 2.7.1, I believe is the current version of the live branch, whatever the version is on live branch. I believe it's 2.7.1. Yeah. For the simple reason that, for some reason, when the month ticks over here, our planets were magically losing all of their districts except for the city district. I don't know why. I don't really want to restart the series. So I said, screw it. If updating to 2.7.1 fixes that issue, I'll live with the habitat models failing to properly render. Maybe it'll get fixed when we figure out how to upgrade to a higher tier. I kind of doubt it, but hey, you never know. Either way, let's go ahead and get my timer started. Let's go ahead and finish this war. Again, I don't know why we were having our districts just magically poof out of existence on planets, and it was only on planets. Habitat still had them. I did go into observe mode to see if anybody had a ring world that I could look at to see if ring worlds also had the issue. As far as I could tell, there were no ring worlds from Fallen Empire or anything. So I wasn't able to look at that to see if maybe ring worlds were also affected.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
So yes, that again, I don't know what the deal was there, but whatever. It's fixed with 2.7.1, so we'll just live with the fact that we're gonna have models on our habitats that are completely broken, even if I build new ones. But maybe upgrading them to a new tier will fix the issue. I kind of doubt it, if I'm being completely honest with you all, but what the hell do I know? I've not really used 2.7.1, so for all I know it will. I assume the habitat tiers thing is somewhere in here under the engineering tree. So there's orbital habitats. So I already have... No, I don't actually have the star hold, apparently. I assume I don't. I assume it gives you a check mark for stuff you researched. No it doesn't. Really, Paradox? Was that hard to do? Was it? Really? Wow. Jeez, Paradox, that seems like that should have been easy to do, is you automatically check stuff in the tech tree when you research something in... Oh, God. Okay, so, we might have star holds. Yes, we do. So in theory, we should be able to get the technology for that. I guess we'll see. So we'll just continue on. Really, game? You're gonna have them... I mean, okay, I'll let you do that. We'll deal with it later. Don't know why the game dropped them over there.
After our spaceport.
They should have dropped them off over here in Ewom, but whatever. We'll turn back around and deal with that later. I think I did mention there was a possibility of them going there, but I just didn't think it was particularly likely, mostly because it didn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Apparently the game said it does make a whole hell of a lot of sense, so that's the way it's going to work apparently. Okay, so because of 2.7.1, we do have a couple more building slots on our habitats out of the gate, which is useful. Well, in some ways it is. I can't really figure out what to put in our capital. I mean, I could do a research lab. Maybe I'll do a research lab, but not right now. That can wait. The Senate is now in session regarding forming the galactic market. Literally everybody is in favor of that. Color me shocked. Wonderful. Let's go ahead down there, get Ewom, we'll turn back around. We'll let them bombard their capital into oblivion. It literally doesn't hurt us at all if they do, or if they don't. Actually, they're not bombing it into oblivion. That is kind of a shocker, actually. Not quite sure what the deal is there, because that is honestly something I fully expected them to be doing. But so be it, game. I won't stop you there. I do want you to go ahead and create my primary species on that other world that we conquered game. We got a new thing that's popped up in here. Comfort the fallen. Unemployed workers have their unhappiness penalty reduced by 10%, decreases diplomatic weight from tech, increases unity from jobs. You know what? That doesn't sound terrible. I'll support it. Pan-Galactic Recycling Initiative decreases economic weight from economy, which is not exactly our biggest factor right now. In fact, our diplomatic, wow, I don't know what the hell's going on with our fleet power. I don't know why those guys have supremacists and fleet supremacy, giving them bonuses, but apparently they do, so that's a thing. Not sure what the deal is there. Either way, let's see, this decreases consumer pop good. Yes, I'm gonna oppose that. I mean, I don't have the power to really stop them from voting on it, but I can still oppose it just for the hell of it. Claim influence costs and naval capacity increase. That sounds nice. Yeah, I think that's better. Learned how to clear mountains. Let's get, oh, I like the idea of psionic theory for the minus 10% Empire sprawl from Pops. That'll be useful, especially since we're about to inherit a whole bunch of new territory. Where'd their fleet go? Oh. Okay, they apparently turned around. I'll let them do that, I suppose. The Neverine Starfleet will turn around to retake the station over their capital because apparently they decided to completely abandon it for reasons that are completely unbeknownst to me. And we shall proceed to conquer this world, which actually I don't even need to bother bombarding it. You know what? No, screw it. I will give you guys a legitimate research lab. Because yeah, they have a single defensive army here.
Our champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them. Our champions have secured a heathen planet.
Yeah, so until I conquer that, I retake the station there, I won't be able to get a peace, but that's not going to take very long. I don't recall. Yes, okay, we do have an envoy assigned here. I thought we did, I just wasn't 100% certain. So, where do we have mountains we can potentially clear? Quite a bit here. You know what? Let's get them out of there. It's kind of expensive, but we'll live. I don't know what edict that is, mostly because they changed the edict system now. And that's just something that we still had in effect previously, and I just need to figure out where the hell edicts are now. There they are. Priest output, farmer, take that. We're not going to do fortify the border. I don't really care for the food. I have an edict
One
capacity
of our
of 2.
stations is beset by enemies.
Maybe I'll do the... You know what? I'm going to do the priests. I don't mind the output from priests, and you know what? I wouldn't mind more people becoming spiritualists. I believe they also changed it so factions are supposed to now be a little bit more accurate to your actual sort of distribution of ethics. So these guys are xenophobes, and xenophobes are 16%. They currently have 21% support, although it does seem to be sort of jumping around a little bit more. I'm not sure what the deal is with the xenophile faction having 26% support with only 9% of our population. In theory, it should be at most
The spirits have
18%.
granted us new wisdom.
Assuming no other factors encourage people to choose a different faction over it. Yes, that is kind of going to be an issue. They're quickly bearing down on our capital, which is completely undefended because, you know, I never plan on my capital ever being attacked. Oh, and surprise, surprise, the one time I don't plan for that, it ends up actually being the case. It doesn't help that we're slowed down a little. I'm going to go ahead and tell you to piss off to Zempek because I want to avoid you dying. Yeah, those outposts aren't going to survive long enough for us to be able to go that route. We're not going to have the time to build any real defenses here. I want to check the ship designer. How powerful are you? Damage of 90. In theory, our exploration cruisers are quite literally the strongest ships we can build. How long would it take to build one? Oh, about a year. Yeah, we don't exactly have that time. At least I'm fairly certain we don't have that time. No, they're 2 jumps away. I would have had to have started much earlier, and even then I don't think we would have had the time. It's also very expensive. Nor is it actually a particularly competent military vessel. Yeah, we're just gonna have to try and quickly get back over here and retake that. As soon as we take that, we should be able to peace out, even if they've occupied this other stuff. Push come to shove, they'll bombard our planets a little bit, and that'll be an annoyance, but they can't take it. We will remember. I don't know what we're remembering, but we'll remember.
System survey complete.
And they continue to very quickly bear down on us. Oh, goody. At least one of you is going to be able to completely bypass... Well, both of you are going to be able to bypass the Higma station. Can't really bypass... Well, that's not quite true. It might be possible. I'm going to have to manually path you around. Oh, they're not coming for my capital. That is a very stupid decision on their part, I'm going to be honest with you all.
System survey complete.
But so be it. Now, I am a little shocked that the AI didn't bombard its capital into oblivion, because typically in Paradox games, the AI is kind of stupid.
System survey complete.
To the point where its strategy tends to be, oh shit, my stuff is occupied, let me retake that. As a result, I don't know what the hell's going on with the sound there. I don't know what, I really don't know what the hell's going on with the sound in that system. Either way, it'll typically try to retake its stuff, even if it cannot actually physically retake it, because, you know, it lacks assault armies in this case. But surprisingly, it apparently doesn't. Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't really care about the space whales or cows or whatever the hell they're called. I can't be bothered to deal with them. Best possible outcome, we succeed, they lose all their land, I have a whole bunch of low stability on a bunch of newly conquered worlds, surprise, surprise. So we declare martial law everywhere and anywhere. Nevermind Starfleet will consider this to be their new home base. You're gonna go back home to your actual home, not this other home that we're currently having you live in. So you're the only one who has any serious problems, apparently. That is because nobody got resettled there. Well, I suppose the easiest way to deal with that is for me to resettle one person, and voila, the issue is for now fixed. We can give it a more permanent fix down the line. Change of plans. You've also decided you, in fact, have problems, so I will send somebody else over here to you. And now your problem is also fixed. Now I need to go ahead and create some sectors. And hand out some fancy job titles to people. In fact, actually, I'd rather put the person who's good with crime there right now because, well, it has a crime problem. And we'll deal with connecting all of that stuff to our home base down the line when we have some time. Why don't you go ahead and upgrade since you're sitting here? Or actually, are you even able to upgrade here? I know in my test run I think I had problems with you not upgrading here, but no, it looks like you're deciding to work properly.
Our ships have been improved.
So that's wonderful. Let's get you reinforced. Plasma thrusters aren't too far behind. Or are too far away, rather.
System survey complete.
Yeah. That's fine, game. So I'm gonna need to do with you, and you're gonna be a little expensive, mostly because you have 4 Corvettes you need to get back, and then you've got 6 destroyers you need, and 2 cruisers. So that's gonna be a little pricey, but don't worry, that jumped us up about 100 points, for what that's worth. I'm really not sure what the hell it is with these guys getting plus 100% supremacist and plus 10% fleet supremacy. Ah, that's their diplomacy stance. Can I change my diplomacy stance? I don't think I can. At the very least, I don't see an option anywhere. It's possible I'm just blind as a bat. I admittedly didn't really follow the dev diaries too much. Here we go, diplomatic stance. We cannot do supremacy because we don't have the supremacy tradition finished very well. I think I'm going to keep expansionist for right now. mostly for that minus 10% outpost build cost and colony development speed. Don't really care for the colony development speed, but the build cost is nice. And then once we get supremacy, that'll help us out. Our war philosophy is unrestricted. Resettlement is allowed. Land appropriation is allowed. Economic policy is mixed. Trade policy is wealth creation. Robotics is outlawed. Exterminate pre-sapients. Refugee citizens species only. Yes, okay. Those are some fun things from mods. Can do Naval Academy training, which I kind of like the idea of doing, and you know what, we have the naval capacity to spare, I think, so I'll take this. Also, we're gonna sell a whole boatload of food on the open market now because we had a whole boatload of food just burning a hole in our pockets. Yeah, give them the increased benefits, I really don't care. Build my, or not build, but, you know, grow my primary species. Thank you very much, game. We've got a bunch of holes we gotta fill in. You know, actually, I don't typically have a mineral issue. I think I get more use out of you building, or you mining a whole bunch of extra minerals than I do from you getting other crap. Okay, and I assume that's not actually going to finish you. No, it's not. Though it looks like the game decided to prioritize your destroyers for once. That's actually a miracle in some ways, because the game typically doesn't do that. At least in my experience.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Wonderful. Let's get better sensors. That sounds wonderful. I'd like to see what's coming at us a little earlier if we can. We're going to leave that station in Ewalm fine, but the one over here I'm actually going to, you know what, get rid of. The one in Ewalm is potentially useful because we got the Marauders up there. I mean, not really a whole lot, mostly because it doesn't have anything there, but, you know, it's technically still a little bit more useful than the one in Kakot Apont. Also, do I want to invade these guys now? I got the time. Nah, we'll let them continue with their independence for a bit longer. I think it might be a little bit more effort to invade them right now than it would be to just leave them be. That we still didn't quite finish. Oh no, you're still building actually, so never mind. I spoke a little too soon. And yes, to the ominous operators for the minus 15% build speed, which I assume is actually supposed to be a minus 15% to how long it takes to build, so technically a plus to build speed. Yes, that seems to be the case. It's a very weird phrasing thing there. It should be plus 15% build speed, or minus 15% build duration, or build time. I guess build time makes a little bit more sense. But either way, it doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense for me to say minus 15% build speed. That implies that it will take longer. Okay, we'll go ahead and do
construction.
Oh wow,
complete.
we are actually adequate there. That is a surprise to say the least. But we'll see how that holds up over time. And we're actually out of minerals.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Strike cruiser, or make cruisers cheaper. Or Do I have moats? If I recall correctly, I think one of my planets had the ability to build a moat thingamajig. It's you. Yes, you. You're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, I don't think any of the other ones did, sadly. But I could certainly be wrong about that. But I don't believe I am, no. We don't have any space moats to get our hands on. At least that I know of, and certainly none that I can recall. Well, there's one over there. That's not a whole lot. But I would love to get the better... Yeah, we'll go for the cheaper... Get the better foundries. The cheaper tech for better foundries. Rather than the thing that makes our cruisers cheaper, mostly because we're not going to be building too many more cruisers. Also, buy a whole bunch of alloys. And our science ships that we had on Auto Explorer are now going to go ahead and slowly start filling in these gaps here. Okay, you're at 7K, you're at 7.1.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Is that frigate still better? Yes, it is still better than our destroyers right now. Let's learn how to clear dense jungle. Also, forgot to upgrade everybody's stuff to the new plasma thrusters instead of the ion thrusters, or yeah, ion thrusters. But I need you to remember that your max range is 60. It's very important that you remember that that is your strategy. Okay, let's see. Anything going on in here? Not really. Needs to exist for 20 years. I don't know when it was actually founded, because the game doesn't tell you when this was founded. It would be kind of nice if it did. But I guess we'll see. Okay, so you're at 7.9. You're slowly going up. Can't wait to be able to get rid of that frigate. Mostly just for having a nice unified designs. But that's still gonna... I mean, I could get rid of it honestly right now. It wouldn't significantly affect us.
Our ships have been improved. System survey complete.
But I'll just leave it be. Let's upgrade your administrative park. Not that it matters, because nobody's working in it right now, and nobody will be working in it. Yeah, if nobody's been working in it, screw it, we'll leave it be. I don't have any... Oh, how is our thing doing? It's still adequate. I don't have anywhere near enough influence to boost it. Also, declare you a rival. I need enemies. Can't make you a rival. Because we don't have terrible relations for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Probably doesn't help that you're not yet very friendly with the Pijakumite Empire. But, you know, once you guys become best of buds like you have in the past, it should work a little bit better for us. Ah, yes, I did lose some people here, so let's just ship them over to Kiriant so that they can, you know, do something productive, such as work as medical workers, apparently. That way, in theory, this guy grows a little bit faster.
Construction complete.
But apparently not. Because, you know, technically grows faster is different than actually grows faster. How expensive is a cruiser? 600.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Wonderful. I'll take the xenobiology, I think. Actually, yeah, xenobiology. Yeah, we'll stick with that decision.
Construction complete.
You know, I really don't know what your deal is for why you're not wanting to grow very quickly, but so be it. I'm assuming it's some sort of bug.
System survey complete.
But for some reason, yeah, you're just refusing to get the benefits for growing. That was my timer. Let the month tick over so we get this research, and then we'll end this part. Okay, game, you said it was 1 month left, and then you decided, well, not quite a month. Okay, now we'll let the month tick over again.
The spirits have granted
Thank you,
us
game,
new
for actually
wisdom.
giving me the tech that you said I was going to get before. Now, yeah, as far as I know, we're just getting unlucky with rolling the tech for getting tier 2 habitats, and like I said, maybe once we get that and we actually upgrade our habitats, they'll get the right model. Probably not, but you know, we'll see. Yeah, no reason not to get the long-range mineral scanners for the plus 10% mining station output. That's what, an extra about 22-ish minerals a month, and what? 0.2-ish? Would that be right? Alloys? Yes, that sounds about right, 0.2-ish. I don't know, it's definitely not a whole number because we're not producing over 100. And a decent amount of extra energy credits as well. So yeah, it will we'll take that tech. It's got its, oh wonderful, there's some volatile motes up here in Higma. That's useful. Because I'm gonna need those volatile motes if I'm gonna upgrade our stuff to the better alloys, but I'm currently still lacking the volatile motes to even do the upgrade right now. Mostly just need it for the upkeep, honestly. So that's gonna be it for this part. So that's going to be for this part. I will see you all next time. Quick reminder, I do have a Patreon. You can find a link to that down in the description below. For as little as $1 a month, you can get early access to all of my videos. Either of the two higher tiers will allow you to be able to get your name in game, or rather have priority to get your name in game, depending on the series. In the case of Stellaris, it is literally, if you want to have your name in game, you have to be a patron. If I were doing an XCOM playthrough, though, it would be priority access. Mostly because in XCOM, I figure I'm probably going to have quite a few people die, so limiting it to just patrons probably isn't the best idea. So yes, I also have a Discord. You can find a link to that down in the description below as well. Join that, and you'll be able to be kept up to date on channel happenings, because that's typically my go-to place for posting about that. I'll often forget or just not bother to post it on the YouTube community page or over on my Twitter and whatnot. So I highly recommend joining my Patreon, or not, my Discord. I do also recommend joining my Patreon, but if you want to just be able to be kept up to date on channel happenings, definitely join the Discord. That way that's not an issue. But I'll see you all next time, but until then, a goodbye and farewell.